All right, here we go again. So, this is my campaign or my reasons for doing this is not to parent bash. Okay? I'm not a parent hater. Not at all. But what I am is I am an advocate for siblings who are trying their best to survive both physically, emotionally, soul wise, spiritually, trying to just navigate the muddy waters of this type of relationship is not easy. It's not easy at all. It is not easy at all. And a lot of people will not be able to navigate the muddy waters of this type of coexistence of a relationship, the parent sibling or the parent offspring relationship that is troubled by narcissism. It is not an easy relationship at all. But what I wanted to say here was that it's survivable if you have knowledge and you know what you're dealing with. And you know what you're dealing with. It is survivable if you know what you're dealing with. No, it will not make the pain go away of what you've already endured. And it will not make the pain go away, but it definitely will make the pain make sense. Yeah. Because with all that getting, the Bible says to get understanding. And understanding in and of itself is a form of pampering your how you feel, dealing with it. Okay, nursing your pain with what am I trying to say? Nursing your pain with knowledge. Nursing your pain with knowledge will definitely help you out, because the more you understand the root of your pain when it comes to this type of narcissistic, parental narcissistic and offspring relationship, when you get knowledge, you can nurture and nurse the pain with the information that you now have, because the pain seems to be more intense when you are absent of knowledge. That's the answering the question, why is this happening, and why is it happening to me, and why is my parent doing this to me? Why are they doing this to me? You know, that without having knowledge, that pain intensifies. It does. That pain intensifies because you're still not getting the answer to your why. The answer to your why is not being answered. And so that makes the pain seem like it's always going to be current and not a past pain, but a current pain. You know, and so you feel trapped by the circumstances, by the circumstance, the physical circumstance, as well as you're trapped by the emotional circumstance of it as well. And my heart goes out to people like that. That's when people begin to self-medicate. When they don't have answers, they have to substitute comfort with substances. They have to substitute comfort, not with, because when they don't have knowledge, they have to substitute that knowledge with another form of comfort, because knowledge will comfort your pain. It won't erase it, but it will comfort you. And so most people don't have the answers to the whys, and so they have to self-medicate to comfort themselves, to comfort the pain. So they begin to drink. They begin to do drugs. Hello, somebody. And some people self-sabotage by punishing themselves in several different ways. You can punish yourself. You can begin to punish yourself by deprivation. You may stop taking care of yourself. I've dealt with that. With the self-sabotaging, not taking care of myself, because when you are surviving a narcissistic parent, you experience a lot of emotional wounds from them. And those emotional wounds can cause you to turn on your own self. And so most of us will self-sabotage, and we begin to punish ourselves for what we're going through. Not taking care of your health. You may not be a drinker. You may not be into drugs. You may be into furthering the legacy of your narcissistic parent by punishing yourself now. Now you're behaving just like them. This is a real thing here that I speak about. And the reason why the depth of my knowledge is because I've had to journey through what I'm talking about. So my word choices and how I explain this, I pray that it is nailing it to the T as far as helping you to understand how this has affected you, because I know how it has affected me. I stopped caring for myself. I'm not much into drinking and doing drugs, but I stopped caring for myself, because when you have suffered somebody treating you like you have no value, somebody treating you as though you are not an important person, and somebody constantly punishing you when you don't try hard enough to please them, and you're not able to please them all the time. Every now and then you may be pleasing to them, and they may show you what human compassion really looks like coming from a narcissist, because it shows me that a narcissist knows what you need. A narcissist knows exactly what you need. But in a narcissistic parent's mind, you have to earn it. They'll give you the bare basics. But as far as really fluffing you up and making you feel good and making you feel wanted and making you feel loved, making you feel the security of their love, they're not going to give you no security of their love. You have to earn that. They're not going to give you security of nothing. Whatever they give you, in there, and from them to you, you better be grateful that they're giving it to you. But as far as to layer it and to secure you, to give you security, no, you got to earn that from them. So there's so much that I really can't say right now, but to be under the influence of the landmines that a narcissist would take you through in order to gain their love, and then when you do it, and it ain't even real love, what you're doing, you're gaining points with them. You're gaining points with them. Never real love. Okay? It's a game. It's a cat and mouse type of situation that they do with their children. And like I said, when you have knowledge, when you know what you're dealing with, you're able to heal from the trauma. You're able to heal from the wounds that you experience. No, it won't erase any of them. Let's be clear. It will not erase any of them. But what it will do is it will empower you to get back up again. It will empower you, the knowledge of what you're dealing with, getting to know, getting as much information as you can, and learning how to reroute your mind and your heart about them. And understanding this now, this is your greatest nugget of wisdom right here, is realizing that these individuals are handicapped. Let that sink in. You see, we are very gracious and forgiving of people who are handicapped. Let's just say a guy in a wheelchair, a handicapped guy in a wheelchair, just so happened to roll right over your foot in their wheelchair, and pretty much know that they did it, but just don't want to show you any type of integrity and admit that they ran over your foot, because they're thinking, I'm in a wheelchair, get over it. So those type people, We'll see their situation. We'll feel their infraction, the fact that they roll over your foot and would not apologize. But we'll see their disability. That okay, you're thinking, yeah, you a-hole, you ran over my foot, and you know you did, and you won't even apologize or even say, "Excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to run over you." But because you are handicapped, you're using that as an excuse. And guess what? I'm going to use it as an excuse to just forgive you and let it go because I'm looking at your handicap situation. Same thing with the narcissist. Same thing with our narcissist may never honestly apologize to you for anything that they do to you. If they do apologize, it's probably not coming from a sincere place. Period. Because much of what they choose to do is purposeful. And if you just so happen to not like it, they might apologize, but they don't truly mean it. So knowing that they have this disability, this handicap, is what's going to cause you to empower yourself, not to let them just continually run all over you, but to be under the awareness that they are dealing with an issue that they don't even know how to control themselves. They can't, they don't know, they don't want to, or they don't know how to control it. And so your best bet is to stay out of their way so that nobody who is handicapped will run over your foot knowingly and not at least excuse me, I'm sorry, or I apologize for doing that. Just stay out of their way. Period.